Story 1. He loved me enough to kill for me. They say love makes people do crazy things, but no one ever tells you what it looks like when someone loves you enough to ruin your life quietly. This is a true story that happened on Valentine's Day in Ohio. I met Aaron at a co-worker's birthday party. We went on 3 dates. 3. He was polite, soft-spoken, almost shy. After the 3rd date, I told him I didn't feel a spark. He smiled, said he understood, and that was it, or so I thought. 2 years later, on February 14th, I got a message from him. Happy Valentine's Day. I've always wondered if you were doing okay. I hesitated, but nothing about it felt threatening. We caught up. He remembered things I didn't. My favorite wine, a necklace I lost, the name of my childhood dog. I brushed it off as coincidence. He asked if I wanted to have dinner, just dinner. I said yes. The restaurant was quiet, candlelit. He had already ordered my favorite dish. That should have been my first instinct to leave. Halfway through the meal, he reached across the table and said, "I've done a lot for you. You just never noticed." I laughed. He didn't. Then he started listing names. My ex-boyfriend who moved suddenly out of state, a co-worker who'd been fired after a strange accusation, my best friend who died in a hit-and-run 6 months earlier. He knew details no one else knew. He leaned in and whispered, "They were hurting you, or they would have." I couldn't let that happen. My hands were shaking so badly I dropped my fork. I told him he was sick, that he needed help. That's when his face changed. "I loved you enough to do what you were too kind to do yourself." Then he smiled again. "And now you're the only one left." I excused myself to the bathroom and called the police. By the time they arrived, Aaron was gone. They later connected him to 3 unsolved cases. They never charged him. Every Valentine's Day since, I get a single text message from a new number. "I'm still protecting you." Story 2. The last voice note. The last thing she sent wasn't a text. It was a voice message, and it never should have existed. Lena and her boyfriend had been arguing all evening. Valentine's Day expectations, money, resentment, nothing dramatic, just normal couple stuff. Around 11:40 p.m., she left his apartment angry and walked toward the subway. She sent him voice notes as she walked, complaining, crying, venting. The first few were normal, then came the last one. You can hear her footsteps, her breathing. Then a pause. She says, "I think someone's behind me." There's a second voice, male, low, calm. He says her name. Lena gasps. The recording cuts off. Police found her body the next morning in an alley 2 blocks from the station. Time of death, 11:32 p.m. 8 minutes before the final voice note was sent. Her phone showed the message was created and delivered at 11:40. Investigators tried to explain it away. Timestamp errors, system glitches. But there was a problem. The voice message contained a detail only visible after she died. A train horn in the distance. That train didn't pass until 11:38. To this day, no one knows who sent that last message, or how it was sent after she was already dead. Story 3. The reservation that wasn't for us. When something feels too perfect, it usually is. And on Valentine's Day, perfection is dangerous. We won the trip through a local radio contest. A romantic Valentine's getaway. 2 nights in a secluded cabin, no neighbors, no cell service. Just us. It sounded perfect. The drive took nearly 3 hours. The road narrowed until it felt like we were heading somewhere we weren't meant to find. When we finally pulled up, the cabin lights were already on. I remember saying, "That's weird. We're early." Inside, the fireplace was lit. Roses were arranged neatly on the table. A bottle of champagne sat in an ice bucket, already sweating. My girlfriend smiled. Wow, they really commit to the theme. I tried to relax, but something felt off. Not wrong exactly, just pre-used. That night, after dinner, we found a card on the bed. "Welcome back." We assumed it was part of the package. But then we noticed other things. Photos turned face down on shelves. A woman's coat in the closet. 2 wine glasses, already used. I checked the reservation paperwork. The names didn't match ours. Around midnight, I woke up to a sound outside. Slow footsteps crunching through snow, not circling, pacing, back and forth, right outside the bedroom wall. I held my breath and listened. Then it stopped. I opened the door to find no one there, but the snow showed 2 sets of footprints circling the cabin. Only 2. The next morning, we drove to the rental office. When I told the clerk our cabin number, she stopped typing. She asked me to repeat it. Then she quietly locked the front door. She told us the truth. That cabin had been booked every Valentine's Day for 5 consecutive years by the same couple. 5 years ago, on Valentine's night, neighbors reported screaming. By the time police arrived, the door was locked from the inside. The couple was found dead. The case was ruled a murder-suicide, but the details never sat right. Then came the reservations. Every year after their deaths, the cabin was booked again on Valentine's Day. Same dates, same room setup requests, always paid in cash, no names attached. The clerk told us staff stopped entering the cabin after dark. Guests who stayed there always left early. Some refused to talk about it. Others claimed someone knocked on the bedroom wall at night. Slow, deliberate taps. She looked at us and said, "You weren't supposed to be there." If you like this video, please watch our other videos and consider subscribing, and leave a comment if you want to support this channel.